Hey everyone, today we have used Gundam Converge, Freedom Gundam version GCP. I don't know what GCP stands for, please leave a comment. This came out in 2021 and is from the core line, meaning it has extra printing that the normal one doesn't have. Why does it say the Lifestyle Freedom Gundam statue? So is there a life-size version of this robot somewhere? This looks like Shanghai, if I recall. I don't know. I don't know. It must be, right? Gundam China Project. That's what GCP stands for. So there actually must be a life-size Freedom Gundam somewhere in, I assume, Shanghai. Here it is in English. Look at this. Let me get that focused for you. It stands for launched in 2020. Built the life-size statue of Freedom Gundam. Okay, well, I did not know that happened. Got some instructions. I think it was open maybe because there's this chewing gum. Chewing gum was taken out. I might have to refer back to that. So this stand, this looks new. The figure that was cut open. I'm not sure why, but not the rest of it. It's kind of weird. Why would someone... I don't know, somewhere along the way, the previous owner just decided, I don't want this after all. It's kind of strange. Kind of strange. Or maybe it was a shop. Maybe the shop is like, oh, we are opened one up to take photos of it, and they don't need to open up a second one. Not sure. I gotta be careful not to cut these parts here. So now I gotta look up this China GCP thing. I want to see what the real one looks like, but I'll just continue on with this for now. So fandom here. This was shown in Mobile Suit Gundam Seed. I have not seen it. It's piloted by Kira Yamato. And the blurb of stuff here. Yeah, phase shift armor, a bunch of guns. It can dock with the Meteor unit, which is like a crazy, like, supplementary assault system. Alright. And it's essentially unlimited combat endurance because it's powered by a nuclear reactor and something that jams neutrons. Okay, so that's out of the way. So look at these images. This is no joke. This is an 18-meter tall Gundam. Granted, I don't think it moves or anything like that. But here's the size of its head compared to these humans here. And I liked how they lit it up like with this phase shift armor lighting or something like that. So it's pretty impressive looking. Very, very cool. Alright, well, let's close those out. And here are just some images from that fandom of it in the cartoon series. Alright, let's look at this thing here. Try to break all the joints apart. Oh, this paint is stuck. There we go. Oh, the peg is on the head. That's interesting. Man, this is really stuck. I don't like to twist because I'm afraid I'll actually twist off the peg. So I just kind of wiggle it around and try to break that paint loose. Wow, amazing. That's really stuck on there. I am liking the graphics I'm seeing so far, though. See, look at all that white paint in there. Alright. Okay, yeah, hopefully you can see. Yeah, there's a lot of wet paint when those put together, so that's why it's all stuck. But these are PVC, so you might shear them off if you twist it. Alright, look at the feet here. They're just mediocre detail. It's just a matte blue, stark white body here. Golden these little kneecaps. And then a darker gray here, but a lighter gray on these little side wing things. Or I guess they're thrusters. And then, I don't know what those round things are. Gunmetal here in the back of the knee. And there's a nice ET printed there. Phone home. The back and the torso are like a dark, well, you know what, the torso's black, but the backpack is a dark gray. It's actually not the same color. Then we have this nice red going here, and there's a printing here on the center. I don't know what that is, what significance. It looks like two different things. Red up here, maybe that's a cockpit. There's a sky blue here, but that sky blue doesn't match the feet, I think. It seems a bit lighter, right? If you look at this. This is a darker blue than that, so that's interesting and kind of weird. There's so many different colors on this thing. The ET is printed right here as well, and then something else, just some probably illegible text. I'm gonna zoom in here. What do you know? You can see like a PS, and then I don't know what that is, but it's really small. I mean, look at my finger, right? So that's impressive. That's a lot of detail. I like it. Alright, now going to this arm, we also again have that ET printed on there. And then we got some red here on the forearms printed on. Looks nice. This hand is a gunmetal, and I gotta break it loose. It's a peg. Alright, this. Maybe I don't need to break it loose. It's just a closed fist. A little gunmetal in the elbow. A little of that blue in this thruster here on the shoulder, it looks like. Eesh. Yeah, that's a sticky, tight one. Alright, so this side we have a 101 printed, that forearm printing, and this thing in the shield is a nice black and white. There's a physical hole on this shield for some reason. I don't know if the shield comes off. I don't know. I'm okay with it the way it is. I'm now noticing maybe I should take this hand out because there's a different hand with the handle, the beam saber handle here. So the beam saber handle right now is off, but we can put in some pieces to make it on. It does seem a little crooked. Might have to dip that in some hot water later. Okay, so the head, we have a nice like translucent gold eyes. Some molded details behind that yellow plastic. Some black and red printed, the red chin. A little bit of gray is on the side of the chin's cheeks, the cheek area. There's a little blue printing here. And then the antenna. So the antenna, we have a gold paint, red and white. It's a pretty short peg. Might want to glue that one in place. Wiggle that in. Actually, that's in pretty tight though. Alright, so that's what it's supposed to look like. Back of the head, not much detail there. So there's some flaps here on the torso that keep the head from wanting to spin. You know, it's literally colliding there. I guess if you raise it up, you can move the head a little bit, but if you want it down, it's going to collide. Boy, excuse me. Alright, so there is an alternate hand, and that can hold the weapon, so I guess I might as well put that in too. So this one is just an open grippy hand, nice tight fit. And then the weapon, we have a gunmetal in blue and white. Okay. Yeah, not bad, not bad. So if you want to do a beam saber, you got this translucent pink. That's a really long shaft on this pink thing. And it can actually become a double beam thing, both sides. Twisting as I push it in. It's definitely out of alignment though. Will it stand right now? Yeah, it's very nose heavy right now, but you can use the gun as a tripod, or maybe even one of the beams as a tripod. I think it looks weird to have the double beam saber. I'm just going to go with the front one. Okay, so now we have a stand. It does say Ver GCP, and then it's got some peg holes for the wings to rest on. Okay, so that's good there. Alright, these look like landing gear for like Luke Skywalker's X-Wing. But I'm assuming you must go in here or here. You can have the wings spread out or next to each other. And it looks like you want to have the up kick of the skid facing forward. Boy, this rifle, the handle is so loose. But the finger collides there, so you might want to use some poster putty to keep that from falling out all the time. Alright, let's figure out these wings here. So the wings have printing on them, X10A, that's the chassis number. And we got this main pivot, okay. And over here we have ET again. What is that thing? DICI or something? Dicey? I don't know. And then what's this? Is it legible? No, I don't think that text is very legible. It's too bad. The middle part here is a little bit crooked. And I think that pivots as well, though. Let's try to get my finger in there. Maybe this back, one of these pieces. Oh, okay, hold on. Something's moving. Alright, so that... Actually, I don't think this white and blue are it's supposed to pivot separately. I don't see a pin. I almost feel like it's connected right around there, so that would make sense for it to try to pivot. Alright, but here you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like wing structures going on now. So that's nice. And then we even have this piece, which the instructions aren't even clear, but I assume it goes into that piece. Oh, this has two sides to it. Oh, it's an alternate piece. Okay. So you can swap out this with this, and you'll see this peg is a 90-degree angle. So this is if you want to keep the wings directly behind the thing. Oh boy, that doesn't... Wow, that's a tight fit. Gotta stretch out that vinyl. So yeah, that would be just a straight back wing look, but I don't like it that way. I already know that. So I'm going to swap this piece out. I'm going to try to pull this off right now. No. Getting this out is going to be a challenge, though. It's like colliding or trapped by this piece. Yeah, where is it supposed to... Well, it's weird because it's trapped by this outer piece, so I don't know. Am I supposed to just bend it around? It's almost off. Okay. Now this one doesn't want to go very tightly on there. Alright, wiggled that loose. Alright, so now this is at an angle. That looks a lot cooler, I think. I don't see any reason for these really at all. It's just I see. It's supposed to like rest right on there. But why? And why would it need that at all? Right? It just seems weird to me. So I'm not even going to use this. Alright, so this side I gotta swap out this thing here. easy. Well, there's no way that's going to fall out very easily. You heard all that friction. Alright, well, I guess these wings are kind of neat. So there it is in the folded up state. And the expanded state. I think obviously it looks a lot cooler in the expanded state. Looks far more dynamic. One thing I'm not a fan of is how this is exposed. I'm wondering if they... No, I guess there's no way around it. If they try to put it on the other side, but I don't think that would work. Alright, let's put this guy back on the stand here. There it is. Move this arm. This guy... I think the guy is standing crooked. You know, he's like leaning. So, if you want to correct that, you'd have to take the whole figure, dip it in hot water, and then bend his torso over there, and hopefully it'll straighten out, but I'll just live with it the way it is. So for me, I have these extra parts here, you know, 2 extra hands. This one belongs on the character, the 2 wing parts, and 1 beam saber part, and the 2 landing gear. So I actually have this model in its planar version. This is Freedom from the SP7 set. And I think it's the exact same mold. It's just that it doesn't have the extra printing. And the color looks a little more off-white on that one. The wings are getting in the way. Yeah, the blue on this one is a bit lighter. And for some reason they have right and left on those parts. But I'm not sure if I saw those on this newer one. The head, the yellow, this is yellow, this is gold for the antennae. This one also has a really weak double beam sagging look to it. But I think it's the same mold from what I'm seeing with my own eyes there. Alright. So, just some other Converges. This is Aegis number 249 in the Converge lineup. And here's an RX-78-2 from the SP Real set. And that came with the... I think it came with the Zaku as the second figure. And it just has more printing on it, just like the core figures. So, with these wings, it's very imposing. You know, it looks like a much larger model because it has such giant wings on it. I don't remember if this had wings where I could fold them backwards. Maybe I'll do that. Or maybe I'll switch this to be directly behind. This, leave one splayed out, leave one closed. Alright, well, no need to look at these guys anymore. So it's a pleasant surprise that I learned something by collecting a Bandai Converge. I learned that there's actually a full-size robot of this over there in China, so that's kind of interesting. If you happen to go there to Shanghai, I think it was, you should definitely go check that out. It looks pretty nice. Alright, for now I guess I'll just have to live with this small model of it, and I'm pretty happy I got it. Alright, thanks for watching today. See you in the next Converge video.